Hey, this is Dan the Lonely Havoc. Happy New Year, everyone. I'm going to get back into making videos for the new year because I think it's a good resolution to have. Start creating more stuff. And actually, one of the questions I've gotten asked quite a few times recently is how to do decals on models. So as you can see, this is nice and smooth, and it conforms to the shape of the shoulder pad really well. And it looks pretty seamless, I hope. So I'm going to show how to do that real quick. It's very easy. You just need a couple of things. So first thing you need is some hard coat or some other sort of gloss coat. You don't have to use Citadel kind, but that's the kind I use, so there you go. Lamy medium's also going to help us quite a bit. And the magic ingredient for this is, mine's really dirty, is Microsol. Very good stuff. Comes in a set with Microsol and Micro Set. I typically only use the Microsol though. Someone probably can tell me in the comments what good use you can use for Microset. This is supposed to help you set the decal and soften it, but I always just use plain old water for that. Sorry about shaking my camera. Okay, so I've got a decal, as you can see, a little Death Guard guy here. I'm going to put it on this guy's shoulder. Got a nice little decal, and there's cat hair everywhere. The joys of owning two cats, my goodness. So first thing we got to do is we're going to start softening up the decal. And what I do is I just have me a paper towel, grab some water over here, got my water jug of distilled water, so I just poured some on there. I think I just covered up the decal. Yeah, I did. Alright, so I'm going to take my decal and just kind of plop it face first on there. Get a little bit of extra water over the top of it. Start getting that nice and soft. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is take my hard coat and I'm gonna paint the pauldron, or excuse me, the shoulder pad over with hard coat because you want this to be nice and shiny and smooth as possible. So let's get some hard coat on this dude. I go right out of the pot because I'm a filthy heathen. So hard coating that up. I actually put quite a bit on there myself, but you can probably do multiple thin coats like Duncan would tell you. But I'm going to do one nice thick coat. Give that a couple of seconds to dry. So now his shoulder is nice and glossy. And at this point, my decal should be ready to come off here. Normally you would use tweezers for this, but I can't find my tweezers. Alright, needs a little bit more work. Put a little more water on there. Let's see if we got it now. There we go. Just want to slide off a little bit. Alright, so I'm just gonna get the edge of that on the model, kind of pop it on there. So this is just water on my brush. Excuse my phlegminess. So I'm going to push the decal where I want it with the water, kind of. I'll try to move it up. There we go. So you kind of get water under the decal and it's kind of sitting on the water. And then once we got it where it needs to be, I'm just going to kind of give it a little love tap with the paper towel to get the extra water out of there. So you can kind of see, maybe you can't from the video, the edges is still raised on this top edge here. Since it's flatter on this part of the, you know what, that looks all digged up, hold on. Let's try to straighten it out a little bit. There we go. So this part's still kind of raised, it's nice and flat here, so that's sitting flat, but we want to get rid of that raised part. So this is where our Microsol comes into play. going to get some microsol on there and just paint it over it. Oops, totally moved the decal. Cool. So you got the microsol on there. Now it's just got to dry. Okay, so our first layer of microsol has dried. It has flattened the decal pretty well, except this top edge has still got a little bit of a lip on it. I don't know if you can see it, but so what we're going to do is we're going to do some more microsol. Just get some on there and just do another coat over the decal, just like that. And then we're going to let that dry. Then I think only 2 coats is all we're going to need. Let's give this a few minutes. Alright, so this second layer of microsol has dried very nicely. And you can see there's no raised edges on the decal. It's softened it, made it conform very nice. Looks good. So the last step is I'm going to take some Lamine medium and just do a thin layer over the top of everything, just to kind of bring the gloss down for one and make it even more seamless. There you go. So once that dries, it'll be nice and smooth. You won't be able to see the edges of the decal that you put on there. Easy stuff. Alright, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this quick video and hope you get some good decals done.